Okay, Nick Pro Fitness Team Black Belt Longevity Training about to start with Nick Kapande. We're going to be talking about mastering the invites. Just hang on and be ready to roll.
Always worth it.
Yeah, we
my money
too.
there.
Oh.
Angela coming. Last time her sister was.
Hey, we just finished class. Give me a call when you get a chance. Here's Robert. Corporation on an iPad or something.
Okay. All right.
Nobody wants that comes coming with strings on. Or just plays
Robert.
It could be live.
Do you guys want to get another table? Because I think he's here now.
Oh, okay. You want to move this out?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late.
Hey, Robert, you got this one?
I'm moving tables. I'm getting out of the way.
Five.
Mine's on 5, is it? Okay, okay.
We're gonna go with 2 of them, I think. Which way you want to go? That way? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. I had a tiger time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Matt Hill.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
You came in. Just a little.
Got it on the wall.
Jan, how was that Super Saturday?
That's good.
Yeah.
Outside little spaces back there is awesome. We had like, figured down the here, it had like 8 seats across, and we probably had 10 or 12 like, rows of seats. And they had that space, and it was full, and it was full. And then he had to run off to the side.
Getting started here in a minute.
That's Thanks, appreciate it. I'm not manly enough for a man bag.
For some reason this week.
Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to play it. Whatever you want to play it at. Discuss. You tell me. You play it how we're going.
Oh, wow.
How you doing, sir? There you go. Good. How are you?
So did he have a bunch of helping run short packs? Or is that how he handles it?
He did have, but he didn't have those packs. Like he had the ETT separate.
Oh, okay, so it's a canister.
Yeah. Or he had
That's a secret.
Invite sheet.
Zeus, do you have an invite sheet?
Nobody has an invite sheet.
I've got it. I can pull it up.
So if we don't have it, you guys have it memorized?
black belt.
Yeah, but I can. You know what, Nick? I can give it to you. I can give it to you here on the tablet.
I want the, sure, you have the, I got the other one too somewhere. It's in my phone. It's in my email.
And,
So is this a good spot for this? They can see it from here? Or should I put it over here more?
however
What do you think?
we put it then. Go ahead, we get a run train. Oh, you got the invite?
You guys ready?
All right. Let's roll.
All right, guys, everybody sit down. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Andrew, I have one quick question. Is that, slide presentation that Scott does.
Yeah.
Is that in our back office? I can't find it.
Yeah, I'll show you.
The slide
It's a member
presentation?
resource. I'll show you afterwards. Ask me, I'll show you where it is.
The whole thing was.
Come on, guys. You roll.
Come on, guys,
Yes,
gotta
sir.
roll. Let's go. Kelly, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Matt?
Are any better? I'd be twins.
Yeah.
Hey Susan, would you
Thank God
hand
you're
that
not.
bottle there?
know, right? Hey, there's only one you can celebrate your uniqueness. Highlight your rarity. There's a 1 in 700 trillion chance of you to exist. 1 in 700 trillion.
Really?
Yes. And you could have been 600,000 billion different combinations. Okay.
You came out of this.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit
Yes,
down.
sir. I'm right there.
Yeah.
Guys have to come hug the heart.
All right. All right.
Let's
Let's
go
get
around,
going.
check out the
All
ball
right.
players in
Beautiful
there,
hug.
whatever.
Come on.
Okay, guys,
You
come
can
on.
hug me later.
So
Really?
sorry.
Now I have something to look forward to.
Okay.
Where should he go?
You know if there's ball players on there, they're hitting.
Oh, okay.
Watch them. Yay. Andrew, look over here.
Where?
Okay.
You got to practice, Mom.
I did. Okay, welcome to the training. I don't know where you're at, but how you doing? My name is Nick Kapande. I'm a 5th degree black belt. This is what I do for a living. And now this is my second job. So welcome, Kelly. Let's give Kelly a big
Hey,
hand.
Kelly.
Right. Thank you. All right. So Kit and I were talking about this last night. The number one, I think, for me, number one motivation for me is my dreams and my goals. It's what wakes me up in the morning and what gets me going. The big picture, the end of the rainbow, the end of the story. So what we want to do is we want to get that dreams and goals. And I know a lot of you guys already have yours written down.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know if you do. Now, Kelly, I don't know if you have done this yet. So you need to have the dream and goal, a goal that you don't even know if you can reach it. A scary goal that is kind of making you feel uncomfortable.
On the edge, you kind of.
Right. So you can't start this business unless you have a dream. You can't have this business and be successful if you have dreams and goals. Without the dreams and goals, it's a waste of time. I am downstairs today doing kicks. And my dreams and goals are to be able to do these kicks when I'm 60 and 70 years old. The same way I did the kicks today. The only way that that's going to happen is I have to repeat that goal and repeat that dream and repeat that goal and repeat that dream. So the dreams and goals must be clear. I know we've been talking about this a lot. I don't care. If you rise to the top, want to get to where you want to go, you have to have these dreams and goals lockstep. You have to have it clear. You have to wake up in the middle of the night, you know exactly what they are. Because nothing will get you out of bed for a dream. And there might be 4 or 5 of them. So I said it last week. Your vision should be written down. I already did another one last Sunday. I wrote down, I think it was last Sunday, maybe it was the Sunday before, I'm not sure. But I already have, mine are done. Mine are down. This is mine. These are all my longevity goals here. Look at all these goals. This here, this here. These are my longevity success goals. This here, my longevity vision goal. This here is my way to get to senior vice chairman. Do you think that's pretty clear? I think pretty clear. Would you agree, Kelly? Okay. Your professional goals. Now this is my longevity vision. I wrote it out in a paragraph. So all of these are very clear. Very, very, very clear. So that way, every night and every day and I know exactly where I want to be. Even like last night, I was so tired, I didn't want to pick up the book. I just wanted to close my eyes and go to bed. But what I committed to is I committed to twice a day looking at my vision so I know exactly where I'm going. See you? So this is so important down, because if you don't have that down, there's no way you. So the dreams and goals are number one. Just like Dave Pickock said, the dreams and goals are the number one thing that fuels you out of bed. Now the second one, and I'm going to go over this a little bit more, is your invite. I will promise you, if you practice and repeat, it will become natural. We were downstairs doing our Taekwondo. And what's the first thing you notice when you, it's a combination section A and B? They're what? They have what to it? They have a rhythm. Boom, man. Boom, man. Boom. Right? There's a rhythm to it. Everybody else is. So who is more effective? The person who has rhythm. You have to have a rhythm. So when you're inviting somebody, there's a rhythm. You can't just say, I got a extraordinary opportunity, right? Or you go, I have stumbled into something that is so extraordinary, it could change your life financially in 2 years, and I need an hour and an open mind to show it to you. Fair enough? There's so many good invites here. So many good invites. Are you happy with what you're doing, or are you looking for something else? You know, it sounds like you're not happy. Are you looking for something else? Are you looking for something else? Well, I got a plan B for you. You need to meet my buddy Scott. You need to go see my mentor Scott speak. Fair enough? You give me an hour and open mind. We have it at Nick's Pro Fitness. So the words are great, but it's how you use the words that is going to decide whether or not they're going to come to the meeting. That's the deciding factor. Your obsession.
Yes, sir.
Your enthusiasm. Your sense of urgency. Your articulation of those words. The inflection. The assuming that they're coming to the meeting. That makes sense. The setup. So if I'm in a grocery store and I asked that lady, it's a true story, I said, so how long have you been at Safeway? She says 8 years. I go, 8 years, that's all? She goes, no, about 16, but a different store. I said, so when you're retiring? She goes, I don't know. I said, so would you get a big pension? Yeah. She goes, they cut our pension. I go, really? I said, so what's your exit strategy? This is while I was walking out the door. She goes, I don't have one. I got to keep working. I said, I have a plan B for you. Would you like a plan B? Would you like a plan B to change your life? She goes, I would love to hear this plan B. I said, well, the next time I'm in, we'll talk. And I left a mystery, didn't I? I left a clue. I didn't leave a fact. I left a clue. I didn't tell him anything. I had a lunch with a guy yesterday. I swear to you. And Scott couldn't make it up. Do you think that this gentleman and I talked anything about longevity yesterday? I talked about what his life was all about. I talked about his kids. I talked about his situation. I talked about his plan. I talked about his dream. I talked about what he wanted to do. We talked nothing about the opportunity I was going to share with him, Scott. Nothing. Went to lunch and took off. It leaves clues. And he asked me, what was your motivation? I told him I had a defining moment. What was your motivation? I said, I wanted a new challenge and I want to be rich. I want to be rich. I want to wake up every morning where I wake up and I work. You know, Brian Tracy said this. He says, you have enough money, you never worry about money. Isn't that a great way to live? Hey, Karen. So we're talking about dreams and goals, Karen, about redefining your dreams and goals. I would recommend you guys do it every week or two just to redo it, to rewrite it, because the hand, like Brian Tracy says, the brain to the hand, it makes it more concrete. It makes it more real. The invites. Do you remember the invite that Scott said that girl said to all those people to get him into 140? What was it? Tell me.
Come and see my mentor.
I need it. That is a simple, great invite. Very no big deal. When you start to freak out and panic, that's when they have a problem. The structure structure of the invite is this. You need to know it. The second thing you do, you need to be rhythmic with the invite. Kelly, I got a plan B for you. You could change your mind. All I need is an hour and open mind. Fair enough? And if they say, what is it? I said, it's something so extraordinary, I don't want to ruin the movie for you. I just need you to be here to meet my buddy Scott. We're getting together at 7 o'clock at Nick's. You notice I did not use meeting. I used get together. We're just getting together. I want you to meet this guy, Scott. He is the most amazing man I've ever met. I had a lady here. She was kind of waffling on doing a meeting. I said, you know what, Pam? I said, irregardless of what happens here, I've had 4 mentors in my life. And I said, you need to meet this guy. He is special. He's amazing. And you need to hook up with the successful people that I'm hooking up with, and you can see what we're doing. You can give me an hour, can't you? She said, sure. I said, great. That's next week. That was supposed to be this week, but the meeting canceled. So I am rhythmic. You structure it. You zig and zag considering who you're talking to. So if I have somebody that needs to make more money, or they lost their job, or they're really desperate, I'm going to say, you know what? I have an extraordinary opportunity that could change your life financially in 2 years. And it is true. It can change your life financially in a year, in 6 months. And I need an hour and an open mind. And you can decide for yourself if it makes sense. Fair enough? Next Saturday, next Wednesday, it's at 7 o'clock at Nick's. Nick's, you know where Nick's Pro Fitness is? We're getting together. My mentor, Scott's coming. You have to see him speak. I can't wait for you to meet him. And then if you don't have that sense of urgency and you don't have that passion, that, you know, that needs your gut. Oh, I got this guy, you got to meet him, he's really cool. No, not going to work. If I could show you something that could change your life financially in 2 years, would you give me an hour to open mind? Absolutely. I have something that could change your life. You want to see it? Take over.
You're on.
I was ready to.
So Ken, how have you been inviting people? How have you given people?
You know, a lot like Nick, very helpful for me, which was keep it a mystery. So I really kind of it's possible and having it work, and it's kind of astounding how that works.
Right.
So, I mean, I follow Nick's word track a lot. Show you extraordinary opportunity that can change your life. I don't, if I get that objection, I just come back with, you just got to see it. You know, it's better seen than said. Something like that.
Right.
But I find that I only have a problem. Sometimes for some reason, it seems like if I'm more intimidated by the person, like I think they're bigger than the program, then I find the same track works for everyone.
Right. Don't.
But nervous, it doesn't come, and it doesn't come off as effective.
Good. Thank you. He's right, and he's very good at it. So you think about all the invites. I have stumbled your life financially in 2 years. Give me an hour and open mind. I have a new challenge for you. If the guy says I'm not challenging you, the best. I've stumbled into the best business I've ever seen in 30 years. Give me an hour and open mind. Fair enough? What is it? Trust me, what is it? I don't want to ruin the movie. Let's go. Let's get together with Scott. Fair enough? So I don't give them a chance to expound on their objection. I assume they're coming. You have to have that rhythm, right? So if he's down cold and you're not practicing him enough and you're feeling uncomfortable with them, that means that you haven't practiced enough and you're not repeating them enough. Off your tongue the right way. You see me do it. I'm just all of a sudden talking to someone. I got to show you. And I'll look them right in the eye. And I said, I have something to change like you need an hour to know. Fair enough. And I'll look right in her eye. And I said, I cannot. And then when they say, sure, I'll go, I said, and then I said, great, I can't wait for you to love Scott. Scott's the most successful person I have ever met in my entire life. You have to meet him. I cannot wait for you to see Scott. It's the meeting, right? So think about what we're doing here. First thing you have to have before you have all set that they're assumption that they're coming when I ask them. Second thing, you have to have the obsession that they can feel your obsession and your passion and your excitement about it. Because as Dave picked, passion and obsession is it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Not how you say it. You got to be in the mood. You understand? And then you have that set up. Now what you say is how you say it. Then you make sure that you've rehearsed it like an actor. And then when you get your opportunity, you ask your questions. This is the questions. How's your job? And if they say horrible, I hate my job. Like, did you hate your job, huh? And I said, if you're not happy with, I have something else for you. They could change your life. And I need an hour and open mind. I'm sure you can do that if you could see something extraordinary, wouldn't you? You don't even care. I'll even mess up the words and I'll still get them to go to the meeting. It doesn't matter. As long as I have all those skill sets, the mindset of what? Hello, how are you? You have the mindset, the skill set of somebody, your passion and obsession is right in front of them. They'll feel you enough. And it doesn't have to be over the top. All it is your constrained enthusiasm about how you feel about your opportunity for this person. Sometimes I say, I think we would be great business partners. I think if you saw what I'm doing, you would just be blown away. This will blow you away. This is the best thing I've ever seen in 32 years. The best thing I've ever seen in 32 years. You have to see it. Now, what are you saying? I want to see it. What is it? I love it. See, I'm active. I'm not saying a lot. I'm saying, trust me, you're going to love it. Just meet us at 7 o'clock. I can't wait for you to meet Scott. This is a game changer for your life. And what do people want? They want to change their life. They don't want to know about product. Don't even talk about what kind of business. Like, hey, it's something I stumbled into, a little nutrition thing. You got to see it. Irregardless, it's the best thing I've ever seen in 30 years. Give me an hour and an open mind. Meet me at my place at 7. You can do that, can't you? Bam, done. Make sense? But it's your passion. So when you're worried about what you're going to say, just be enthusiastic. Just be, this is going to change your life. You have seen it happening right in front of our eyes. I went to convention and witnessed this. Mm-hmm. Didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you see
absolutely.
people, you're like, the best conclusion is, oh my God, look at all these people who are successful. So if they can do it, as Brian Tracy said in the video, why can't you do it? Remember the story about the millionaire?
Yes, sir.
Millionaire, little kid asks, how do you become? And this guy goes, I want your advice on how to become a millionaire. What did the guy say?
He said, why aren't you? No, the guy said, I want to become a millionaire just like you. And the answer from the millionaire was, why aren't you?
Why aren't you ready?
Yep.
Why aren't you successful with this already? Because there's other people who are doing this that are successful, more successful than me. I'm not even that successful yet. I need my troops. I need my army. We need to build the army so we can put soldiers underneath you too. Just build our army. Just talk to as many people as you can. Get over the apprehension of going, oh, I don't want to talk. Talk to everybody, every single person until you could talk to, there's so many people you meet every day. Think about all the people you meet. Then talk to them all. Practice on people. Even if you don't think they're going to get into business, why don't you just practice on them? Maybe it's a kid. Just practice your rehearsals. The other invite that I really liked, and we can copy these. This is another invite. I wrote it right from the tape, right from my recording of Scott. I want to introduce you to some people that I have tremendous respect and hold in high regard. Now listen to that. I people that I have tremendous respect for and hold in high regard. I want to introduce you to some people I respect and regard. Wow. I'm in. Correct? See you, Bob. How are you? Huh? Yeah. There he is, the blue jacket and everything. See you, man. Now the next sentence is they are having a major impact on my life. They are having a major impact on my life as we speak. As we speak. Did you guys hear that? And then it goes on to say, from the standpoints of health and personal wealth. If I had information that could dramatically improve those two areas, would you want me to share it with you, or would you want me to keep it to myself? Isn't that beautiful? And then you say, great. You need to come meet Scott and Nick on Wednesday at Nick's Pro. You're gonna love what they're gonna have to say. Give me an hour. You're gonna love what they have to say. Give me an hour and open mic, and that's it. Isn't that a nice other word track? Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Haven't seen you in a long time. All right, enjoy the baseball. They're almost done. The next. Oh, huh? Okay. Does that make sense to you guys? So. So. Well, we can also.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, get it close. So
I'll put that on the website right now.
So here's the 5 invites. So the mentor invite is great. You got to add that one. Then you have, I found something extraordinary I have to show you. You have to clear your schedule. I love that one. Jordan, you got to show you got to clear your schedule for an hour. What is it? Trust me, you're going to love it. It's a game changer for your life. You could change your life financially in 2 years. I need an hour and open mind. Meet me at Nick's. Meet me at my place. Can you meet me at my place at 7 o'clock on Wednesday? Great. I can't even say how powerful this is. You're just gonna love this. And just, you see, I'm just sharing my obsession with this. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
The next one is, yeah, I found something extraordinary. Who wants something extraordinary? I want something extraordinary. Do you want something extraordinary? I have something extraordinary I need to show you. And I show it to you. I got to show it to you. You got to see this. You got to meet my buddy Scott, the most successful person I've ever met. Come meet him and listen to him talk. That's it. Do you see how clean that is? That's it. Downstairs. Downstairs. You guys are at 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's another team in there, but you guys can go relax. You got it. So, any questions? The next one, I have stumbled into something. No, I like this one. Are you happy with what you're doing? Or are you looking for something else? Now, why would you structure that? Well, how would you do that question? So if I was saying, like Scott said, do you really love your job? Do you love it? Do you absolutely love it? You do it? The guy says, no. I said, are you looking for something else? I have something else that's so extraordinary, it could change your life in 2 years. I need an hour and open mind with you. Fair enough? That's it. But here's the issue. You got to have those down cold. You can't assume you have these down. If you are not, if I stood you up right now and said it, how many people would nail it? Okay. I have stumbled into something that could change your life financially in 2 years. Give me an hour and open mind. Simple. I have a new challenge for you. It's the best business I've seen in 30 years. Let me buy you lunch, and we can meet Scott, one of the most successful people in the company. Right? I got a new challenge for you. You don't want you need a challenge? I got a challenge for you. Meet me at 7 o'clock. I want to meet you this most successful guy I've ever met, Scott. Let's get together at 7. You can meet here at 7, can't you? I just assume the sale. I make the assumption they're coming to the meeting. I'm just matter of fact about it. Matter of fact. Matter of fact. And the next one is, I have something I have to show you that's amazing. Let me take you to coffee. You can use any one of those. Whatever feels right for you. Doesn't matter. There's no good, bad, right, or wrong. Just figure the one out that fits for you the best. Right? Which one would I use if I did plan B? What would be my plan B one? If somebody said what? Lost my job. I don't have any money.
Yeah.
I'm unhappy doing
I'm happy doing what I'm doing. So figure it out. And then you have your objections. Your objections are, what is it? Trust me, you're going to love it. Right there. You have this, right? Do you have this sheet?
Yeah, I think I do in my at home.
You think you don't have it then? We're
Can
going to
we
get
make
that.
a
Yes, we
copy in
can.
case I don't?
Right. Trust me, you'll love it. Give me an hour and an open mind. Hey, trust me, you're going to love it. Give me an hour and open mind. I touch him like this. I touch him on the arm because that makes that human connection. I actually touch him on the elbow. I said, trust me, you're going to love this. You can't pass this up. See how that? You can pass this up. You got to come with me with the hands. Right? It's dead serious. I would love to tell you what it is, but it's something I don't want to screw it up. Scott's the top guy in the company. The best there is, he will fill in the details. Fair enough? Give me an hour and open mind. I always go back to that.
Yep.
I would like to tell you something, but I have to show it to you. Give me an hour and open mind. Scott, the guy in the company, top guy in the company, and Nick at Nick's Professional, the main guys, you have to see what they're doing. Fair enough? Give me an hour and open mind. It's something that could change your life financially and forever. Give me an hour and open mind. Then it's the best thing I've seen to change your life financially. Give me an hour and open mind. You can use any one of those for the rebuttal because you know they're going to say, what is it? Hey, I like this one. Hey, I don't want to screw the movie up. You just need to make my body. He's the one that explains it. Fair enough. That's what I did with this other guy. Like, I don't want to run the movie, man. Just come with me. You can check it out. You can decide for yourself. Makes sense. Fair enough? Bam, done. The better you get at that, the more invites, the closing ratio of your invites will improve. If you're not good at this, why wouldn't you be good at this? Because you're not trying enough. My friend Palumbi says, try 3 times and it equals 100% selling job. More. Talk to more people. Figure out how many people you're talking to a day, and you'll know where you're at. And some of us are going to be better at this than others. I mean, you're a sales guy. You should be packing the house.
Any single guy who's ever asked a girl out ought to have a clue
Right.
here.
That's my problem.
Yeah, you already got your girl.
I think
There you go. Now, once
Once
you say the best thing is choosing, give me an hour and open mind, I'm just reviewing this because I think we need it.
the best sales job.
Yeah, we do.
Assumption close. Assume the meeting. Assume the sale. Assume the meeting. You guys understand what I'm saying? You make the assumption that, hey, they're coming. You can't miss this. This is what I say. You don't want to miss this guy, Scott. That's what I say. I said, you don't want to miss this guy, Scott. He is truly amazing. And what we're doing is a game changer. Don't miss this meeting. You're coming. You got to come. He says, yes, great. I can't wait for you to meet Scott and Nick in the group. You are going to be so inspired. I can't wait for you to see this. This will change your life, John. But you got to come and see an hour and give me an hour and open mind. You can do that, right? Boom, bam, bam. And then the positive self-expectancy. You're really going to like it. I can't wait for you to see this. You're going to love this. I can't wait for you to meet Scott. I am so excited for you to see this. And then have the invite down cold, not knowing your presentation. Say it like you mean it. We've been talking about that. Don't be half effort of your, if you're, Mr. Newton used to say this to me. It was, Nick, don't commit 50% to the technique. Commit 100% to the technique. And even if you commit 100% to that technique and you fall over, it's okay. You got 100%. You're never going to be any good. If I'm sparring somebody, I commit a little bit. But if I commit 100%, I'm going to attack, right? But if I'm 50% committed, I'm probably not going to do well. I'm probably not going to hit him. So you're 100% committed to the invite.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah, yes.
100% committed. So when you're ready to roll, you're talking in the morning, maybe you're going to work or you're driving somewhere and you start talking. You start practicing your invites. I got an extraordinary opportunity. Then you inflect more and you look him in the eye and you have your aura and charisma. Your aura and charisma. Scott walks around, he knows something that you don't know. Like Mr. Newton. If you ever walk Mr. Newton, he walks and he knows. Yes.
I don't know if you noticed this. When you told those fellows to get upstairs,
Yes.
the last guy in the pack, he turned around and he was more interested in what you were doing over here. And he wants to know what you know. I saw it in his eyes, so you need to talk to him today.
Yes.
I saw it on his face.
I used to teach this kid Taekwondo. Long time ago. Enthusiasm. The best actor makes the most money because the best actor knows their lines and knows their position on stage. This is not rocket science. Think about it this way. If you talk to 1,000 people, I mean, go nuts. Do you think you're going to be a senior vice chairman?
Yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah.
And as Jim Rohn said, you get better as you get better as you get better. The more times you ask people, have a good day, coming back, just dropping them off. There you go. Huh? Really? I'll get him when he gets back. All right.
I
So-
saw it in his face, I did.
So does that make sense? So these are the things that you have, your mindset. Say it like with passion and enthusiasm. Believe that they're going to the meeting and assume the meeting. Just believe that, hey, they got to be here. I mean, how excited were you guys when you found out Louis Arias was coming to town?
Yeah,
And you said
absolutely.
you can't pass this up. You got to be there.
When is
I think it's
May
May 23rd now.
Well,
They changed the date. Maybe.
Sure.
Who knows, right?
Yeah, it's still a little bit up in the air. We're still waiting for confirmation from Scott, but I sent that email around this morning.
Yeah, I did. It's not this Wednesday. We do know that.
Is it working or not working?
My list is like, I'm gonna get all these people.
We're here Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, any questions on that? So, your invite. So now you have your invite. You're getting people to meetings. Now, I can't even remember. Downstairs. How you doing today? See that big room with the big old nets in the back? Yeah, right down. Thank you. You betcha. So, the invite's mastered. That means you guys should be bringing people to meetings. The only reason you're not bringing people to meetings is you're not talking to enough people to get there. So I was saying to Scott that if I ask 6, I'll probably get 3 or 4. So just assume somebody's not showing up. Don't assume you got 3 people that are all showing up because they could probably not show. And the biggest thing is you need to lock them in, triple hook them and say, now I'm going to see you at 7, right? Okay, you know where Nick's Pro Fitness is? So we start at 7 sharp, okay? And then you keep going and going and going and going and going. Does that make sense? So if you don't ask 3 times, they're not going. And you got to build the positive self-expectancy. You got to build the mystery. I cannot wait for you to meet my mentor, Scott. You are going to love him. It is going to be a mind-blowing thing. Can I help you? Are you just waiting for you guys waiting for your 1 o'clock?
No, I.
Oh, you guys are done? Okay, so sorry. Oh. Danny, see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of hitting in, working out. You're all set, bud. Okay, so invite.
Pardon me.
Danny, we'll see you. All right, so does that make sense to you? So you have your invite down. Now you need to go out and talk to people. I like the plan of the 5x5 plan. 5 people a day times 5 is 25 people. If you get half of those people to a meeting a week, what do you think is going to happen in a month to your business?
It's gonna get nuts.
It's going to be SEMD in a month. I'm telling you, Court, I'm going to tell you right now, I did this thing in less than a month. I was SEMD in less than a month. Because I invited people like a madman, didn't I? And I still invite more people. I've already had, I had 1 at the meeting, 2 at the meeting, really. I'm going to roll 1. And then I had 2 yesterday, but Scott couldn't make it up. That's 4 that week. 4. That doesn't mean I didn't talk to more. I just had 4. I mean, if I have 4 or 5 a week and I close 2 every week, that's 8 a month. 8 a month means that you're making about almost $1,500, $1,300 a month just off the coding bonus. Just off the coding bonus, guys. I mean, think about 100 plus 30. So 3 times 8 is 24. About $1,100 plus all the extra bonuses. You get 30% on their product when they first order. Correct, Robert?
First month. That's right. 30%.
Your SEMD, you get the car bonus. Correct?
Correct.
That's an extra 300. So how much is that? It's about $1,500. And all you're doing is inviting some people to go to a meeting to share the dream that you have. How hard is that? Does that make sense? It does. We're making it too complicated. Get people to meetings. Let them decide for themselves if they want to do business with you. Because you're going to find somebody. You're going to flip the card, and all of a sudden, here's what's going to flip up. It's going to be an ace. You're going to find an ace. And when you find about 4 or 5 aces, you're done. Your business is over. Party's over because they're working for you and working with you, and you got a team of animals. But it's going to take a lot of flipping. You can't expect everybody to be a champion. Some are, some won't. Some will come to the meeting.
Some will, some won't, so what?
That's right. Now the last piece, is that making sense about the invite? Yes.
But the other piece of that too is even if people just use the product, that helps your volume because you do have volume quotas. And once they get that in, and they, even if they don't do the business, they're going to be sharing it with people, and eventually it'll come back.
Right.
Actually, somebody will say.
Or
"How
they'll
can I
say,
do
you know
this?" Yeah.
what? You know what? I realize there's a business opportunity. I've been sharing it with so many people. I might as well get in on it.
Right.
and get
Denise
my
McDonald
check.
shares with everybody. She's not doing the business, but she's
She's
buying a ton of
sharing.
product, and I'm reaping the benefits of it. But see, I'm different. I am, I will share. If I have a product person, I just send them to Sue, even though they're mine, because I'm all about focusing on business builders myself. That's just my personal thing. But she's right. You can do it either way. But of course, we want CEO packs.
Yeah.
And if they are going to buy product, let them just buy a CEO pack and they get everything. And you get a lot more money. So the
I
invite.
get more value.
So what's the number one thing about the invite? What's the number one thing about the invite? What do you need?
Enthusiasm.
Have it down full.
How you say it.
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
Your passion and your enthusiasm is not what you say, it's how you say it. Your intention, your obsession, your mindset before you ask them to do this. You're going to ask them to come to a meeting. Be intentional. You need to be here, man. You just need to be here. How many times have I been in class and I changed my shirt? What does that mean? You know what I mean by changing my shirt? Too many people are talking.
Yep.
What do I do?
Straight to work.
Or I start yelling. And all of a sudden, everybody's like this. Well, you need to change your shirt when you do this invite and get serious with somebody. Or say, look, I got a plan B for you. You have to see this. You don't have to believe me, but you have to meet my mentor, Scott, that's making 60, 80, 90,000 a month. I don't know what he's making a lot. You got to hear him speak. Come with me give me an hour and an open mind, huh?
He's got to be over
Six
100.
figure.
Yeah, he's got to be 6 figures.
He's not talking about it.
Yeah.
So does that make sense? So that's the first piece. The second piece is know your invite. The third piece is, once you have to debug the objection. Sometimes you can debug it before you even get it.
Yeah.
Like, I can debug it before they even ask me what it is. I said, hey, I want to run the movie. Just come meet my business partner, Scott. You're going to love him. He's the best in the business. Fair enough? This is a game changer for you. That's it. And then I lock them in with you. I cannot wait for you to meet Scott. I can't wait for you to meet Nick. I can't wait for me to Andrew, whatever the case may be. Hi, looking for baseball? Downstairs. Down the stairs. No, there's nobody can play baseball anywhere. There's no fields. It's 2 feet of snow. So does that make sense? So then you lock them in with the positive self-expectancy. So Brian Tracy, you guys remember the tape where he said, and he needs CDs. He needs to be loaded up. He needs to listen to music. He needs to be on the CD prep plan.
Okay.
All right. So we got lots of CDs.
Yeah.
See Brian's new car?
Brian who?
Oh.
No. I don't care about cars. I care about money. I care about achievement and money. Achievement is what I'm looking for. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Brian Tracy.
Brian Tracy used to call up and say, I am selling sales training and personal development training. Everybody said, not interested. We're broke. We have no money.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
And then he said, then he twisted around and he says, it's not working. He says, I'd like to see a method can increase your sales 20% over the next year. The guy goes, what is it? He goes, all I need is 10 minutes time to show you what I've got and you can decide for yourself. What is 2 o'clock work for you? That's it. What is it? It's something I have to show you. And you get 10 minutes of your time. You're just closing for the you're closing for the meeting. You're closing for the hour. You're closing for that. Get them to the meeting. And if they miss a meeting, hey man, sorry we missed you. We gotta have you there. You're gonna love this. I can't wait for you to meet my buddy Scott. And then you explain, I can't wait for you to see this. I can't wait for you to meet Scott. Then you lock them in, and then you repeat it 3 times. And you say 7 o'clock 3 times. And I will see you at 7. Okay? Okay? Okay. So now we have all this down. The mindset piece in the back is key. Got it?
Yes.
Now,
So,
once you've got them, yes, go ahead.
so all that is on the web, on the website, and I've just uploaded it with.
What is our website?
www.longevityblackbelt.com.
No, right?
Okay, so now
One for the team. Somebody else who
Now
doesn't
look.
have it.
I want to show you this because I think it's important, and I know I am so, just to give you an example, I am so obsessed with this that my wife thinks I'm absolutely out of my mind, which is fine. So
This one's mine.
this was written 4/13/15. So how long ago was that? That was last Sunday, wasn't it? So I am Rookie of the Year with Longevity. I've enrolled over 50 people personally. I'm obsessed with being a senior vice chairman. I earned $15,000 a month with Longevity by October 1st, 2015. I am excited about my new dream. I love leading and teaching people to become financially successful. I will influence, inspire, and teach and help people realize their dreams in their lives. I will give them the skill sets to achieve their goals. I love my new life. That is my vision for 6 months. That is not my 5-year vision. Below that, I put desires and reasons. I want financial freedom. I want my new home. I want options. My new home in Seattle. I'm not the one here. I want walkaway power. You can just say, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done. Let me just say this. You put your ass and you get serious about this business and you get disciplined and you say, I'm going to be I'm going to be an SEMD in a month. What is holding us back? It's us. It's our deal. Just say, I'm doing it. And that's it. I'm doing this and that's it. Get nuts. Get crazy. Go out there and make yourself a little uncomfortable. That's all it is. And you'll have so many people at the meeting. You got more baseball coaches you know that you can shake a stick at. You start warming up to them and talking to them. Next thing you know, they're in the business. Right? What's up, Kirk? So you got to be able to do that. But you got to see yourself at that level. I already see myself walking across the street with a green jacket and a pair of shorts. I'm not kidding.
I see myself holding on to
I'm
the back.
probably going to have a pair of shorts and a
Not
t-shirt.
probably.
So
You were committed to that.
I was just workout shorts. So
Don't forget your dress.
now, that's right. My dad dress tank too. My dress tee. So do you guys understand what I'm saying? If you decide that you're going to be an SCMD in a month, you will be an SCMD in a month. The only thing that's holding you back is activity, activity, activity.
Yep.
We used to hear this. We could track, when I was selling Brian Tracy, I was making cold calls. This was in 1988 and 89 and 87 and 86. And we could do, we knew we dialed so many people that our ratio was, I was going to get this many appointments, no questions about it. If I dialed 50 people, I knew I was going to get 5 or 6 or 10 appointments. 10 contacts, 50 contacts, not 10. The more people you talk to, the more people will come to the meeting. Simple as that. Simple as that. It's not complicated. So the only thing that's holding us back, we're not talking to people. I mean, honestly, including me, I need to talk to more people. Imagine if you talk to 30 people a week, how many people you'd have at the meeting. I guarantee you'd have 15 at least. So we just have to up our game on our people and really think about where we want to be in a month. Kelly, you can do a regular job and do this on the side, and you spend 5 hours doing this. You could talk to the people at the bank. You could talk about, hey, I stumbled on something extraordinary. I got to have you meet this guy, Nick. He owns Nick's Pro Fitness up in Everett. It's a 20,000 square foot facility, and I cannot wait for you to meet him. He is changing my life, and I got to show you him as my mentor. You can drive up there and get to see him. You can do that, can't you? All right, there you go. That's it. I can tell you this, when you start getting to a certain level of income in this business, you'll start to catch fire. But right now you have to fake it till you make it. And you got to talk to people in a serious way. And you got to really have that intention and have that passion, like if they miss this opportunity, it's over for you. You miss this, it's going to be gone. And if you have that passion and you have that conviction, people will listen to you. They'll listen to you. When I used to call for Brian Tracy, I had no clue what I was saying on the phone. But everybody just liked my enthusiasm, so they booked a meeting. I was a horrible appointment setter. But then I got good. We used to call, and I didn't even know how to handle objection until I figured out how to do it. Imagine having obsession, enthusiasm, and skill set. Then your business goes like that. But we're playing around. We should have this meeting full for Scott when he shows up here on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you have to know that if I ask 10, 5 are coming. And the question is, if you ask 10, you have to lock that 10 in. You have to relock them in and relock them in so they don't wiggle out. So you even have to do better. Because I looked at Michelle, she goes, "This is longevity thing." You know, Michelle, I'm like, "Yes." Why? I don't have the money. I go, "Michelle, you need to meet Scott and you need to hear what he has to say. You can do that for me, right?" I said, "You won't be disappointed." And then Annie piped in. She goes, "He's great." He goes, I said, "So be here at 7. You can be here at 7, right?" "Okay, I will see you at 7. And she showed up. But see, I don't let him wiggle. When I get him on the hook, I'm going to drag him on the beach.
Set the hooks.
So
I'm
Nick,
dragging him on the beach.
would you talk a little bit then about how you do the follow-up from that? So like they come to the meeting, they like gotta go think about it.
Gee,
talk
that
blah,
was
blah,
my
blah.
next thing.
Oh, what a guy, Susan.
What about people out of state?
What about people out of state? And that's a good question. What I
Because
would
have a
do,
couple that
what
are
I
out
would
of
do is I do a 3-way call because you're not the expert, and I do a 3-way call with either with Scott or Andrew, and I would do a 3-way call with them, and then try to enroll them that way, and then say the support and all the things we have, and that's what I would do. I would go with Scott, and then get him on and enroll him on the phone. Scott does an amazing presentation on the phone. I've done like 10. I've enrolled 2. Okay, okay, so the follow-up, the enrolling. So you get people to go to the meeting. We have to squeeze down that sense of urgency. So if they go to a meeting, now it's taken me, and we still haven't got Ken Lahr, but Dr. Lahr, but I think for sure he's in. He told us he was in. And
Was he here today?
he was here Wednesday. No, he wasn't here. He had a DirecTV person come over for some stupid TV thing. So how you get people when they say, "I love it, I want to do this," to the next thing, I think the follow-up is, wasn't that a great talk from Scott? Isn't this a great opportunity? Let's get you set up and let's get going.
How are you gonna do that with me? Let's say Michelle, 'cause she's.
Michelle's scared to death.
I know.
So what I'm going to
So she's
say,
a good
Michelle, wasn't
example.
that, I said, great opportunities, and she's going to say, "I don't have any money." I said, "Michelle, money. But I've known you for a long time, and that's your mantra. Do you think it's ever going to change for you if you always say, 'I have no money'? Take a chance on yourself and jump in to help you build this business so you can take away power if you have to. Fair enough? Now let's do this." Now she still might say no, but I gave her a reason.
Yeah.
And the reasons, there's lots of reasons here. What is the reason somebody's financial independence? Change your life. That's the reasons. The training. We have, this is unbelievable training, guys. I mean, to have this every week, to come here and battle ideas and bounce ideas so you can go out into this, go out into the market and go for it. This is great. This is great stuff. But we have to apply it. So the enrolling. So you say, so that helped with the enrolling? I think it did. So we want to create a sense of urgency. Go, look, this company's going to $1 billion in 5 years. Right now it's at 150. The stock's about 23 cents. New Skin stock was at 8 cents when they started. You know how much the stock is now? It's about 54 bucks a share. You get stock options in this. And you don't want to be the person that doesn't do this in 5 years regretting that you didn't jump in. So for $499, let's give it a try. Why don't you give it a try? That's my favorite close. Let's get you set up right now. Why don't you give it a try? And they're going to say, "I don't have the money," right? That's an objection. Or, "I need to think about it." I said, "Hey, I understand you want to think about it. There's a money-back guarantee. Jump in now. If you don't like it, a month later you can give the product back. Fair enough? Let's just do this now." That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Now, is everybody going to do that? No, but if you don't ask, they're not getting in.
Yeah.
They're not getting in. You got to be closing somebody. You got to, when you reckon, you have to sometimes do this with people. You got to grab them and pull them. Because they're not going to make decisions for themselves. You have to help them decide.
And they're not going to think about it.
No.
No, they're not going to think about it.
They're not going home and going, oh my God, this could, not at all.
You didn't,
Not at all.
you didn't reel him in with the emotion of it right now.
Well, and I told Ken Lar, I said, Ken Lar, I've asked him 6 times. Finally, I got him. Scott, I looked at him, I said, you got to get into this. I told him, I said, didn't I? I was standing there, I go, get in now. And Scott looked at him, he goes, okay. I'm in. You know how hard it was for me to get there? But sometimes the hard ones are the best ones.
Yeah.
Don't give up on somebody because they're thinking about it.
What was it, 3-4 months?
For me, 3-4 months.
Yeah,
I finally did it. Sometimes people are just at the right place, the right time. You hit them at the right time, and sometimes just timing. For me, it was timing. Somebody's timing sometimes you just get a perfect timing. But you have to have those people that are getting in now. You have to have those people that are thinking about getting in. You're going to get in. And then the ones down the road that they want to get in, but they're not ready yet, but they still are interested. You have to have the funnel.
Yep.
So the enrolling piece is basically ask them to buy. Invite them. Hey, why don't you give it a try? Why don't you work with? I want to work with you. Let's get this. Let's get you set up. Let's get you in. And then shut your mouth and look at them.
It's hard over the phone.
Yes, it is. But you know what? You can
She's
sell them over the
already
phone.
interested.
Good. Then you get her with Scott. Ask Scott to do a phone call. So does that make sense about the enrolling? Anything else? So I don't think the problem is enrolling right now. The problem is inviting.
Inviting.
We're not getting enough people even enrolled,
Right.
let alone invite.
What if they
We didn't
actually
invite.
don't have the money?
Then you figure it out.
Ways to get it.
There's ways to get it. Believe me, some people borrowed it from people. And you know what? See,
So
here,
Nick, what do you do with phone calls? Like if you're up and you can't get them to respond to your phone calls, your texts,
Or your emails, yeah.
and you aren't seeing them.
Burn
Then you
it.
send Nick over.
You know what? Then you're burning your energy, and you got to go on to the next person. That's what I do.
Okay.
Or I say, hey, I don't want to bother you anymore. I just have one quick question for you. Can you give me a call back? And if they just don't keep the call back, then forget it. I mean, it's just going to burn your attitude up. And that means you don't have enough people to talk to. Because I got Randy, I got so many people I haven't even finalized this thing with. I mean, I have so many people I have to follow up with. It's like list after list after list of people. I mean, I have lists. I mean, look at this. This is one of my lists. This is another one of my lists. Look at this. Where's this at? Here's another one of my lists. And I've redid the list. See that list? These are lists of people. Some of them, a lot of them have gone to it. Some of them haven't gone. But I could go down the list. This is my buddy Robert, T. Robinson, John, Chris, Clark, Nick, Stephanie, Christine, Kevin. I mean, there's a gazillion that are still kind of there that I have to funnel from. But we need a big list. Makes sense.
You got to constantly be working it, constantly reviewing it.
Who's this? Brittany Lamar? Oh, man. I mean, okay. Can you ask Brittany what she wants?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Well, every day. but I think
Always be
so.
selling. and forth. Here's what I'm willing to pay for the car. Here's my payments. And he walks in and he sells her a car and makes $5,000 off the car. And the two guys that did that to him got fired. So that's why you
They
never
got
make an
fired?
assumption. Because they assumed that this person couldn't afford it. And here's her dad in the car across the street sleeping. They co-signed for it. She got a brand new car, walked off the lot with a brand new car. That's why you never assume that somebody is not a buyer. You never assume that this person can do longevity. Because maybe, I said, now Scott, if you know somebody probably won't be able to really pull it off, because what do? He goes, I see their face and I look past them to the next person they're going to bring in or introduce to me. What if their parents come in? What if they have a super successful friend and all of a sudden they're in your business? So you never make an assumption that that's going to happen. Isn't that true? So talk to everybody. Practice your presentation. Hey, do you like what you're doing? You're looking for something else. How do you like your job? Is it fun? They say no. I said, you looking for something else? Because I have something else for you to change your life. Now you think about this, guys. Think about this really hard. If you become SCMD in a month and a half, that's going to be about $1,500 a month. Is that correct to say,
That's
roughly?
thereabouts.
Okay. Would $1,500 a month change your game? Yes. So that's roughly, if you enroll 5 people to be on the safe side, you'll be SCMD in a month and a half. I enrolled 9 my first month. I was SCMD by far. If you can enroll 5 people in a month, you'll be SCMD. Because those 5 are going to get some people to come. If they're set up properly, right, Sue?
Yes, sir.
If they're introduced right. So you don't have to think about 100, think 5. 5 could take if 15 to get to a meeting to get 5. And you get 5 excited people. I mean, Trevor Davis right now is on fire. He's like signed up all these people. He's going nuts. But he started with 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of a sudden it goes in spurts. And all of a sudden you're taking off. But you know what? I can tell you, Kelly, the best time to do this is quit messing around and do it now. Because the desire, and and I always like to say this, when your adversity is at the highest, that should make you so pissed off and angry that it should want you to go out and get more business. Right? It should want you to be successful. Not sitting there going, oh, I'm worried. Who the hell's not worried? So go out and ask people to get in this business. And when they get in the business, you're making money and they're making money and you're teaching them how to make money. And they're getting personal, professional development, Kelly, sitting there. Got it? But don't assume you can't be SCMD. I mean, Jesus, Kent and I are SCMDs. And she is. They're vice presidential. So, SCMD, 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 and SCMD. And then you're off and running. Once you get to that, you're getting a coding bonus. So let's say you know this. Somebody in your group signed somebody up. You get $100 extra. I think I'm going to make $1,000 for doing nothing except getting people to meetings and on top of what I'm already making. Do you understand that? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let's get to the video.
Okay, so speaking about fits and bursts, this is exactly
This is exactly what he's talking about.
This is about putting a little bit of action. It's about putting a little bit of action together for about 30, 60, 90 days, whatever it is, just having that focus, and that sets your life up.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you. That work makes sense today?
Thank you.
First thing that I would tell you, with your notes, remember what I said at the beginning? One key concept per speaker.
I'll use that bar down one. Andrew.
As you're going through your notes and you're decompressing, go through, circle, underline, highlight one key thing for each speaker. Each speaker has one thing that will be of value for you. Be different for everybody in the room. But figure out what that one thing is, okay? Which is going to lead you to, between me and them, probably 10 to 20 key concepts. What I'd like you to try to do is narrow that down and pick 3 main concepts. Pick 3. I'm going to become better at this, I'm going to become better at this, I'm going to become better at this. Okay? And then prioritize them. 1, 2, and 3. What I want you to do more than anything else is master them. Master them. Don't just have it in your brain, but put it into practice. Create a game plan to develop those skills. Create a strategy to become better at it. Create habits that support it. Focus, 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 focus. Master those. I promise you, if you did nothing more every year at Corporate Mastery than just doing this and spending the entire year mastering those 3 things, come back next year, pick another 3, take an entire year mastering those 3 things. In 5 years, you'll have mastered 15 things. You will be an absolute rock star, superstar. If we have room on the stage, and if you want to be on the stage, you can be on the stage. It's that simple. But if you try to be a follower of every single concept, you'll never be able to master anything. It's too much.